those who have completed the course. Remember, some people join when you're 100, only 20 complete. So in the newspapers, they should put the 20 people that have completed. Then they should also advertise the course widely for all the people to know. They should also define clearly the methods they are going to use to assess the students, so the student is aware what they are going to do. Now, on the part of the student should be able to outline his competing priorities. If you're a working student, how well can you define your time? Then also define the relevance of the course to you as a student. The course you're giving me, I'm in humanities, how well does it come in? Then the role of the instructor should be well defined in monitoring my participation and my progress, and how do I relate with my instructor. Then the mentors. It's also a work of a student to identify and mentor that will help them capture that the course design desires of them. Then they should also identify interested parties who have experience in this work, and then they work with them. Then they should also identify friends so they're able to work in a group. When you're about to get tired, the other one taps you and wakes you up and says, hey, we need to finish this course. Then the best resources to be used. Wow, okay, the best resources to be used. And finally, attitude change, both for us and the instructors. Thank you.
To summarize majority of the things rather than putting in details. So what we have identified as basic needs are like we are having a kind of designing on a project, and in that project, if we want to run it in a system, we need to make it more engaging. So the designing process in identification of needs is to put them in a more engaging pattern. For example, you have e-learning sessions, and we want to make it with email alerts, which can be like supported with email alerts, and then you can engage more students in the process. And the other one is, for example, we are having an MND course, which is basically needed for job development or to get job on the process. So we want to make the e-learning as earning for money in the process. And the other one is like to make it a different approach of e-learning process, which is of reflective rather than passive teaching. That's what we have identified in the other sessions. And the basic insights that we have tried to look for is a preference of audio approach rather than text-based teaching process. And the other one is to follow the courses and like learning from the process of the course rather than waiting for the exams and things and to get access from that. And we have also other things that we have identified, especially with the preference of distance learning incongruent to what you are having as a problem. You can go for each regular teaching, so you may take the distance learning as one. And the other one is the time, still we are having the same issues raised in the other groups, and the flexibility with regard to timing. You need to make it flexible with the timing that you're having. And the other one is it should be cordial with your professional development. So, because your profession might come first before your learning. So it should be cordial if you want to have the skill teaching specific, and that's what we have in our group.
Lives quite far away from the city, needs a way to, and then you define his needs from what you've come up with. And that's either surprising, or it's because he doesn't have access to mobile technology or whatever it is that defines the insight. So we want you to go back to the needs that you've come up with and define the problem statement, which will be used for your brainstorming exercise, which is the next one.
tax, but they can't be covered. Tom and I are going to go through the whole process with you, but we're going to do it in an accelerated rate. All right? So, and also we're going to give you some question and feedback on how you do the exercise. And what we want to do is what you did was exactly what we expected you to do, was jump to solutions.
What's your life look like?
You know, my daily schedule is crazy. I have terrible insomnia. So I'm awake between 1 and 4 o'clock in the morning. And so as a consequence, my husband gets up and makes breakfast for our son. So I sleep in until 7. And then I eat. I actually have to have a day, like an appointment on my calendar, because I live by my calendar. If it isn't on my calendar, it doesn't exist, right? So that's how I'm ruled. That's how I manage my life. So I actually have to have a day